Part 1. The Noise That Broke Me. My name is Ryan, and for a long time, I lived for others. I lived for their opinions, for their attention, for their approval. If I posted something online and didn't get enough likes, I deleted it. If someone complimented me, I smiled for days. If they criticized me, I questioned my whole life. It was like my identity was a mirror, reflecting whatever people gave me. And the truth? I was exhausted. I was chasing a life that wasn't mine. Trying to impress people I didn't even like. Trying to look happy when I wasn't. And slowly, without even realizing it, I started disappearing. My dreams faded. My voice muted. My purpose forgotten. One night, I looked at myself in the mirror, not to fix my hair, not to take a selfie, but to ask a question. Who are you when no one is watching? And I didn't have an answer. That's when I knew something had to change. The next morning, I did something that felt terrifying. I turned off my phone, not for an hour, not for a day, but for one whole week. No social media, no calls, no messages, just me. And the silence I had avoided for years. At first, it felt like withdrawal. I kept reaching for my phone out of habit. I felt like I was missing out. But by day 3, something happened. I started hearing my own thoughts again. I started feeling my own emotions. And for the first time in years, I asked, what do I want? Not what they expect, not what looks good, not what's trending. What I truly want. And in that silence, I heard a whisper from deep inside me. Start over. Build your life from your soul, not from their noise. This was just the beginning of my journey. But it was the most important step. I chose to focus on myself. Not selfishly, but honestly. And that one decision, to listen to my own voice, changed everything. Part 2. Building in silence. I didn't tell anyone I was changing. No social media posts, no inspirational quotes, no updates to prove I was growing. I just disappeared. From the parties, from the gossip, from the constant need to be seen. I wasn't running away from life. I was finally running towards myself. Each day, I started doing the things I used to ignore. I wrote in a journal. I cleaned my room. I made my own food. Not for Instagram, just for me. I read books I once said I didn't have time for. I sat in silence for 10 minutes every morning, just to hear what my own mind had to say. And in that silence, I discovered a truth I never saw before. When you focus on others, you lose yourself. But when you focus on yourself, you finally meet the person you were meant to become. A few weeks passed. No drama, no distractions. Just consistency. And strangely, the people who once ignored me started noticing. They said, "You've changed. You look more calm. Something's different about you." But they didn't realize. I wasn't doing this to look different. I was doing this to feel different. Because once I stopped seeking attention, I started building intention. I woke up early, not because a YouTuber said so, but because I liked how it felt to win the morning. I worked out, not to post a gym pic, but because I respected my body now. I stopped explaining myself to people, not out of arrogance, but because I no longer needed permission to exist. No one clapped, no one cheered, no one gave me awards. But every day I was becoming stronger, quietly. Because real growth doesn't shout. It doesn't seek validation. It happens in rooms where no one is watching. I realized you don't need to announce your healing. Let your energy speak for you. Let your eyes show peace. Let your posture show confidence. Let your actions show self-respect. In focusing on myself, I didn't lose anyone. I just lost the version of me that needed everyone. And honestly, that was the best goodbye I've ever said. Part 3. The Test of Solitude. Focusing on yourself sounds peaceful, until the world starts testing you. And that's exactly what happened next. I lost friends, not because I fought with them, but because I stopped chasing them. When I stopped replying instantly, they stopped messaging. When I said no to wasting weekends, they said I was boring. When I stopped explaining myself, they said I was arrogant. And for a moment, I felt alone. Truly alone. The kind of silence that echoes. The kind of nights where you lie in bed and wonder, did I make a mistake by choosing myself? But somewhere in that darkness, I remembered something. The loneliest paths often lead to the most powerful destinations. I realized the version of me they liked was the smaller me, the one who always said yes, the one who never had boundaries, the one who smiled even when I was dying inside. But now I had a voice. Now I had standards. Now I had peace. And I wasn't trading it for anyone. People left? Yes. But you know what else left? The fake smiles, the overthinking, the guilt of always pleasing everyone, the constant war between who I was and who they wanted me to be. I wasn't losing. I was shedding. That season of solitude, it became my rebirth. I found new passions, new routines, new energy. I spent Friday nights with my goals. I spent Sundays organizing my life. I spent mornings in gratitude, not stress. I didn't wait for motivation. I became discipline. I didn't chase love. I gave it to myself. I didn't hope someone would believe in me. I started proving to myself that I was worthy. Because here's the truth. You don't grow by adding more people to your life. You grow by removing the noise that's stopping your own voice. People didn't understand me anymore. And that was okay. Because I wasn't becoming someone for them. I was becoming someone for me. Part 4. The person I found inside. It had been 6 months since I began focusing on myself. And one morning, I stood in front of the same mirror where my journey had started. This time, I saw someone new. Not perfect, not finished, but real. There was peace in my eyes, power in my silence, and self-respect in my smile. I didn't need loud music to feel alive. I didn't need parties to feel important. I didn't need praise to feel worthy. Because for the first time in my life, I wasn't performing anymore. I was being. Here's the strange part. Once I stopped chasing people, they came back. Old friends messaged me. People said, I miss the old you. Some even apologized. But by then, I had changed. Not out of revenge, not out of pride, but because I no longer needed to be understood by others. I just needed to be true to myself. So I didn't go back. Because I knew. You can't grow if you keep returning to what broke you. Every time I had searched for love in others, I was really searching for self-acceptance. Every time I chased attention, I was really chasing inner peace. And now, after focusing on myself, I had both. Not because the world changed, but because I did. I became my own friend. I became my own coach. I became my own healer. And that's the moment your life begins. When you stop searching and start becoming. People will call it selfish when you grow without them. Ignore it. Because self-focus is not selfish. It's survival. You get one life. And if you spend it always proving, pleasing, performing, you'll wake up one day and wonder, whose life did I just live? So stop. Step back. Slow down. Silence the noise. And focus on you, your breath, your peace, your body, your healing, your growth, your discipline, your mind, your mission, your soul. Because once you fix your inner world, the outer world starts making sense. Say this every day. I am not here to compete, compare, or chase. I am here to evolve, expand, and express. I am not here to please the world. I am here to meet myself. Thank you for staying till the end of this story. If this inspired you, please like, share, and subscribe for more stories that change your life and improve your English too. Now tell me, are you ready to focus on yourself?